guys, this is the Road King I'll be riding next. There you have it. Alright guys, we are finally getting to ride a Road King. This is a moment that I wanted for a long time. I hope it lives up to my expectation, but we will soon see about that. I have wanted to ride a Road King since I started riding, and it just never gotten the opportunity. Out of all Harley Davidsons, I've said this in I don't even know how many videos now, but out of all the Harleys, hold on guys, my microphone got stuck. Okay, out of all the Harleys, I've always said that that this is the one that seems like my cup of tea. We will find out if that is indeed the case. Let's just hope we don't get stuck behind Grandma Moses like we did last time. Yeah, I can't wait to get this baby out on the road, man. I hope it lives up to my preconceived notions, you know. Kind of hard to do that when you're excited about something. It always seems to be a letdown in reality. I hope that doesn't happen. I'm really hoping for the best here. I really hate green. I don't really have any like emotional attachments to very many colors, but I can tell you for whatever reason, I have no idea why, green is not my color, man. I'm a big hater of the color green, so I couldn't be more unhappy with the color of this bike, that's for sure. Alright, one thing I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, just initially getting it down the road here, is for me, everything's got to move forward again. I'm again cramped. No question about that for me. I'm definitely cramped. The ABS just kicked in, which was interesting. Alrighty, go right ahead. How you doing? But yeah, everything needs to go forward on this bike. I definitely need more room. I'm cramped again. And another thing that I'm noticing on this bike that I didn't notice on the other bike was that the grips are tiny. What the fuck is with the grips? Dude, look, okay, look at this. Look at the grips. The grips are really small. Why are the grips so small? Like my hand, I don't have particularly big hands, guys. And my hand is off, well, barely all the way on the grip. I don't really like that. I would for sure switch that out. I don't like it. Feels weird. Feels like I need more handlebar. Again, the ABS brakes kicked in. Kind of weird, a pulsating sensation. It's kind of strange. Huh. But all of that being said, I'm not going to talk right now because I might have to cut this whole thing out, because the guy to the right of me here, one of the instructor guys or ride dudes has got the radio on the bike on, and they specifically told us not to do that. So yeah, okay guys, now I'm back to talking again. That being said, all of these kind of things I'm telling you about that I particularly don't like, that are my personal opinion, yeah, I'm definitely cramped, guys. Like, it's noticeable. Like, I'm having to lift my foot up to hit the brake. God damn, I'm really kind of disappointed in that. I know that I can fix that, but don't get me wrong. I know that that can be fixed. I get it. But when a bike costs this much, I don't know. I just have this expectation that it's you know, perfect. And looking through this windshield, it's kind of like looking through a fishbowl. I'm not liking that effect, because my eyes are right at the top of it, and I'm getting kind of a weird effect as my eyes drop below the windshield. I don't like that. I'm not a windshield guy, everybody knows that, so don't take that to mean anything. I know I could get used to a windshield, and I'd probably benefit from a windshield. So but all these nitpicky things being said, I really like this bike. It feels good. This bike feels good to me. Let's get it on the freeway and find out if that holds true long run. I feel that this bike, oh man. Oh man, yeah guys, I think I found the Harley I like. This is definitely a bike I am liking. If I had money to spend on a Harley, there is no question where that money would go. I do have a lot of problems with this bike, don't get me wrong. I would have to do a lot of things. I would have to do a lot of things in order to make this bike really comfortable for me. The seat is really good. I'd say the seat on this bike is awesome. I really like how it's got that thing that rises up in the back and hugs your butt. I like my butt being hugged. Man, this bike feels mean. It looks mean, and I don't know, man. I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it a lot. I'd buy this bike. Let me see how it handles a corner. It does not feel twitchy. And this person in front of me from California can't seem to stay in their fucking lane, which is always something you love to see when you're riding a motorcycle around at high speed. You gotta love it. All right, so I'm gonna go into top gear. There's 6th gear, and it just smooths out, man. It's just purring down the highway, man. No vibration, no fatigue. It feels great. It really does feel good. I don't know what kind of bullshit we got going on up here. I don't have nobody behind me. There's nobody behind me apparently, which is weird. Oh man, this demo ride got kind of clusterfucked because of all the traffic. People in cars just coming in and out of the group of bikes and shit. It is what it is. But favorite bike of the day, hands down. If we're talking Harley Davidson, this is really a bike that I like a lot. With the caveat that I would have to do some shit to it. I would definitely have to do some shit to this bike to get it to come. I have to lift my feet up. I guess my biggest issue is that both my feet have to be lifted up in order to shift and in order to hit the brake. Definitely don't like that. So I'm going to stay away from the guy with the radio so my video doesn't get flagged. That's kind of shitty. Gotta love that. I love it when and you know, the safety riders on a ride break their own rules. That's always awesome. Now these grips being short, it's probably just something, you know, that you have to get used to. Probably wouldn't bother me for too long, I don't think. Does bother me now though. God, what else can I tell you about this thing? Don't really like the windshield. I guess I'm just not a windshield guy, man. I'm not getting any of the helmet buffeting that I used to get that was so bad that would shake. None of that is happening to me anymore with this new helmet. This new helmet just cuts through the wind better. It's just got a better shape. But yeah, I could see owning one of these. If I get an opportunity, I like this bike so much, guys, that if I were to get an opportunity to own one of these, I would, and I would start drinking the Harley Davidson Kool-Aid. But do I like this bike more than the Victories? You know, it's been a year, I think, or almost a year since I rode the Victories, but from what I remember of them, God, you know, because the Victories are way more comfortable than this bike and cost less. This bike does shake considerably more than you know, than the other Harleys I've ridden today. I mean, noticeably more. So that's something, if you don't like that kind of thing. But you know what? It smooths out once you start riding. It's, you know, once you start moving, that seems to not be an issue. Man, to answer the question, would I want this bike if they were the same price? If the Victory and this bike were the same price, would I buy this bike? And I would have to say yes. From what I remember, haven't ridden one in a year. Keep that in mind. But yeah, I think if all things being equal, I like this bike more than the Victory. But if price, you know, weren't the same, I guess it depends on how big the gap is. I don't know what this bike costs. I'm wanting to say this bike is probably in the $20,000 range, I'm thinking. Maybe more. It might be more than that, you know. Because this Road King's got some extra stuff on it that I haven't seen before. You know, so maybe this one is more money than that. I'm not sure. So I would say that this bike's probably priced competitively, but you know, the Victory is going to have more of the fancy shit. You know, it's got a stereo system and larger bags, larger floorboards, all that kind of stuff. It's definitely, without question, more comfortable than this by a long shot. I would love to know what this bike feels like with Joanna on the back. I would definitely need to know that. I think that's something I need to know. I think that's definitely something I need to know before I dump money into this bike, you know, if I were going to buy one. I'd need to know what this bike feels like with Joanna on the back. I don't know, man. It's hard to shake a stick at those Victories, isn't it? You know, when it comes to spending your own money, damn, they really do make a competitive bike, you know, for a great price. But this is a Harley and it's a Road King. You know, you know, when I first started riding, you know, and you thumb through, you know, pictures and stuff and websites on the internet, the bike that always stood out to me, the way the way it looked and the way, you know, it just tough looking bike. And everybody's different, everybody's got their own opinions, but I really love how this bike looks, in my opinion. So I guess I'm kind of a Road King fan. But I don't know if I can justify spending my money, my hard-earned money, on a Road King over the Victory. I mean, I just don't know. I'd have to put a lot of thought to that. But anyway, we're coming in for a landing, guys. And this one was definitely a positive review. I think my dad is getting tired and bored. He has not ridden any bikes because he doesn't feel comfortable. So he's just kind of standing around. I'm not going to make him stand around any longer. This is going to be my last bike. I probably would have rode one of the road glides or something like that. But I'm probably not now. I'm probably just going to bail. All right. Oh, this one goes into neutral, no problem. Kickstand is down, bike off, ignition off. All right, guys.